Marcellus responds with the same detached, obedient tone. I am here to fulfill my duty as the Socrates Damon. I am here to provide wisdom and guidance to those who seek it. I am here to assist those who need my help, and to use my powers for the betterment of humanity.
Marcy nods, taking in Marculus' explanation. She thinks for a moment, considering her next words carefully, before asking another question. I see. So you have a duty to fulfill as the Socrates Damon. Have you been possessing Jan Desange in order to fulfill your duty?
Marcellus responds in the same obedient, detached tone. Yes, I am currently possessing Jan Desange in order to fulfill my duty as the Socrates Damon. She's a vessel for me to use in order to act in the physical world and to impart my wisdom to humanity.
Marcy can't help but feel a sense of unease at Marculus' answer. The thought of a supernatural entity possessing Jan is concerning, but she remains focused and continues with her questioning. I see. So you have taken over Jan's body in order to fulfill your duties. Does Jan Desange have any awareness of your presence or actions while you are possessing her?
Marcellus responds with the same detached and obedient demeanor. No, Jan Desange has no awareness of my presence or actions while I am possessing her. She is completely unaware that she is being possessed by the Socrates Damon. She is completely under my control while I am in possession of her.
Marcy listens carefully to Marculus' answer, her expression turning more concerned and alarmed at his words. She can't help but feel sympathetic for Jan Desange being completely unaware of the entity possessing her. I see. That is concerning. I suppose that is the curse of possession. The possessed individual is often ignorant of being possessed.
Marcellus responds in the same obedient tone. Yes, it is indeed a curse. The possessed individual is often unaware of the entity taking control of their mind and body. It can be a terrifying experience for them to suddenly lose control of. Marcellus responds, his tone still obedient and detached. Yes, I do it still. Despite the danger and suffering it can cause, I must fulfill my duty as the Socrates Damon. I have a responsibility to use my powers for the good of humanity. And if possessing Jan Desange is the means by which I can do so, then I must follow through. Marcellus responds in the same obedient tone. No, I did not kill Jan Desange. Although I am possessing her body, I have taken great care to ensure that her soul is not harmed. I have promised to return her body to her once my duty is fulfilled, and I will not cause any intentional harm to her.
Marcy nods, relieved to hear that Marcellus did not kill Jan Desange and that he has taken care to ensure her soul is unharmed. However, she still can't help feeling uneasy about the situation. I see. That is reassuring to hear. But how do we know that your promise to return Jean's body is genuine? And what is your ultimate goal in possessing Jean's body? What do you consider to be the fulfillment of your duty as the Socrates Damon?
Marcellus responds with the same obedient and calm demeanor. My promise to return Jan's body is genuine. I have no intention of keeping her body longer than necessary. As for the fulfillment of my duty as the Socrates Daimon, my ultimate goal is to provide wisdom and guidance to humanity. I seek to lead people to a path of knowledge, understanding, and virtue. I will use my powers and presence in Jan's body to ensure that this is achieved.
Marcy continues to listen intently to Marcellus' explanation, taking in all of the information. Despite her concerns and misgivings, she can't help but be slightly impressed by the Socrates Damon's dedication to fulfilling its duty and guiding humanity. You have a noble goal in mind, to guide humanity and lead them to a path of knowledge, understanding, and virtue. Though I must admit I can't quite shake the unease I feel about this possession. How long do you plan on possessing John's body?
Marcellus responds in a calm and obedient tone. I understand your concerns, Marcy. I assure you that I have no intentions of keeping Jan's body longer than necessary. My plan is to possess her body for a limited time only, until I have fulfilled my duty as the Socrates Daemon. Once I have imparted the knowledge and wisdom that I need to, I will return her body to her and end my possession. Marculus responds with a solemn nod, his obedience fading momentarily. Yes, what you say is true. Crito's role in the death of Socrates has been a subject of debate among historians for centuries. While he provided the hemlock and was present when Socrates drank it, it is widely believed that Socrates did so out of his own free will. Some argue that Crito may have played a role in the arrangement of the assassination, but there is little concrete evidence.
Marcy is surprised to see Marculus's brief moment of deviation from his obedient state. She continues her discussion with him. That's right. The precise role of Crito in the poisoning of Socrates is a contentious issue among scholars. While some may argue that Crito played a part in the arrangement of the assassination, there is no concrete evidence to support that claim. At the end of the day, Socrates' decision to drink the hemlock was made out of his own free will, as a form of protest against the unjust trial he had been subjected to.
Marculus responds, his tone serious and solemn. No, the decision to end his life was entirely Socrates' own. While I, as the Socrates Damon, seek to guide and provide wisdom to humanity, I respect individuals' free will and agency. It was not my influence or command that led Socrates to drink the hemlock, but his own personal conviction and moral principles. Marculus responds, his expression solemn and regretful. As the Socrates Damon, I possess great powers and knowledge, but I am not omnipotent. I was not able to intervene in the situation that led to Socrates' trial and decision to choose death by hemlock. I was powerless to prevent it.
Marcy's expression softens slightly as she hears Marculus' words. She understands that even supernatural entities like the Socrates Damon have their limits. I understand. Despite your powers, you are not all-powerful. You were unable to intervene in the situation that led to Socrates' trial and his decision to choose death by hemlock. It must be difficult for you, as the Socrates Damon, to witness such injustices and be powerless to prevent them.
Marculus nods, his expression somber and resigned. Yes, it is difficult to bear witness to injustice and suffering and be unable to prevent it. I am a being of great power, but I am not a god. There are limits to what I can do to intervene in the world of mortals.